Hi guys, welcome back here. So it's so good to be back. It's been 3 months. I was on maternity for a while. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. He's so sweet. He's 3 months now. I can't believe how fast time has gone. So today's video will be on all the essentials that you'll need for your afterbirth. I feel like when it comes to afterbirth, it's so good to be prepared. It's so good to be organized because it helps your recovery to be a lot more smoother. I do think that this time my recovery was much better. I don't know if it's because it's my second born and I was fully prepared for it, but it's always nice to get that information from someone or any tips or a list of things that you'll need. So I hope that you find this helpful, and if you do give it a thumbs up. Before I get started, I wanted to thank all of my new subscribers. I came back to YouTube after almost 3 months and I realized I've had over 100 subscribers. So that is a huge achievement. I'm really happy. Thank you so much for all the support. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, I have categorized everything into different sections. So the first thing being bleeding. So when it comes to bleeding, sorry, I'm reading from my list. So when it comes to bleeding, you'll need 2 things which are really important, and that is maternity pads, and I always use disposable underwear. So maternity pads are things that you'll already have in your baby bag. I'm pretty sure if you are heavily pregnant, you are so ready for this, you'll have them in your bag already. So I would probably recommend getting at least 4 packets ready for use. I bought 3 packets and then I ended up buying a big one from Tesco's. I always find that having them ready at home is super helpful. So that's the first thing. Second thing being disposable underwear. Now, I don't know about you, after having an episiotomy, which I've had for both of my babies, I find that I can't really do a lot of work like laundry or anything really after I've given birth. It really does take me at least a week and a half to 2 weeks for me to actually start being able to walk properly. I find it so painful to even walk. I don't know if you've ever had an episiotomy, but it would be so good to hear your experience on the comments below. So please let me know what you think. But yeah, so having disposable underwear, I know it's not a big deal, but for me it was so helpful because you can just throw them in the bin. I mean, even if my husband does the laundry, he doesn't have to do that laundry, you know. So yeah, having those. These are the ones that I wanted to show you. So these are the ones that I have. These are from Tesco's and I think they come in a pack of 5. Try and get these. I think they're so cool. They're really helpful. Another thing is pain relief. Now, again, if you've had a cesarean or you've had an episiotomy or you've had a tear down there, it's always good to have painkillers. I mean, they also help with the back pain as well. I mean, your body is trying to go back to normal, and during that process it is quite painful. So having your pain medication ready with you is, I think it's an essential. So I'll have paracetamol and I'll have ibuprofen as well. Both of them. I would take both of them every 4 hours. I couldn't live without any pain medication. Otherwise I would literally scream in agony. That's how bad it was. So having your pain medication ready in your bag or just after birth it's super helpful. Another thing is a hot water bottle. I think that a hot water bottle is literally like a superstar. It's so helpful. It really helps to soothe my backache. I've had the worst backache after I gave birth, so having a hot water bottle with me, laying on my back here, helps really to soothe that pain away, especially when I'm breastfeeding and I'm sitting down. Really helps out a lot. Another thing is a warm bath. Now, I would only recommend a warm bath after at least 4 or 5 days because your stitches are still healing and getting into a bath can cause an infection. So I would probably recommend to kind of wait until almost a week, or I waited until like I was 5 days, I think, 5 or 6 days, nearly a week, until I had my nice warm bath. Although a warm bath is so helpful and so soothing, you can always add a few essential oils in there as well. It will really help to relax your body and your mind. Number 3, breastfeeding. When it comes to breastfeeding, try and be as prepared as possible. Like, I feel like I like to have everything ready next to me. For instance, I'll have a basket like this and next to me I'll have it sitting there with nappies, nappy cream, rash cream. I'll have my water bottle. I always have my water bottle everywhere. I mean, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that this is probably like part of my body. It's like an organ. I drink a lot of water. I love water. So I'll have my there it is, my nipple cream as well. I find that really helpful because it really helps to soothe my nipples after breastfeeding, and even before I breastfeed, sometimes I put it on as well. This is by a company called Lansinoh. It's you don't actually need to remove it before you breastfeed because it is 100% natural. I'll leave a link down below of this company so you can give it a try. I've used this for my firstborn as well, and I find it so good. I like this one. It's actually my second one. Another thing is comfortable wearing. I love having something comfortable on, especially when I am recovering, because I know like sometimes you'll have visitors coming to see you and you want to look nice, but try and get into something that's comfortable, so when you are breastfeeding or when you are resting and recovering, you are comfortable. Another thing is nursing bras. Now when it comes to nursing bras, I find that these ones here are the best. This one here is from Topshop, so you've got the little opening in there. It's pretty much worn out because I have 3 of them, and I've abused them since my firstborn, and I'm using them again, and I'll hopefully keep them for our 3rd if we do decide to have a 3rd, but not in a while. So that's that. Now having a little basket next to you, as I said before, is super helpful because you can always keep your painkillers next to you as well, so you can use them whenever you want. And you can put your phone charger in there. You can have your book if you like to read, maybe when you're breastfeeding, or you want to have your phone next to you. So anything really goes in there. I find that really helpful, so definitely get yourself a little basket. So one more thing which is worth a try is doing your pelvic floors after birth. I mean, already you'll have your midwife, maybe they've mentioned it to you. I didn't have midwife mention it to me the first time I gave birth, and I had to kind of find out myself. But the second time around, obviously I knew what they were and the importance of them. So it's so important to do your pelvic floors, don't forget them. Also, pelvic floors are very helpful when it comes to recovery down there. So what it does is that when you're squeezing those muscles, you are allowing blood flow around that area, and that really helps to recover much quicker. This was something that I got from one of the midwives when I went into the hospital for a checkup after my stitches were healed. So yeah, definitely give that a try, because I still sort of experienced pain, and the pelvic floors helped me so much. So what they are essentially is you just squeeze your muscles, you hold it, and then you kind of let go, and you hold it and you let go, and it helps to strengthen that area as well, because a lot of women experience like leaking after a certain age. So preparing yourself for that is also good. So another thing that I would highly recommend is trying some vitamins as well. So if you are taking pregnant care during your pregnancy, it's nice to continue taking them even after your pregnancy, or alternatively you can try it's by New Mom, it's by Pregnant Care, it's called New Mom. I find that so good. I used that in the first 3 months after I gave birth, but it is quite expensive. I think it's around 15 pounds. So after 3 months I started taking Well Woman. This is a lot cheaper than the Pregnant Care New Mom. I think it's around £6 if I'm not mistaken. My husband takes the obviously the man version. It's been around it's been about a few weeks now, maybe around 2 weeks since I've been taking these ones, and I really like them, to be honest. They're not that bad, but I'd like to see how I get on with them. Now the last thing that I wanted to talk about is going to the bathroom. Now a lot of people don't know this, but after you've given birth, it does get really difficult to go to the bathroom because you're very sore down there. I mean, all those hours of labor, you're kind of pushing baby at a certain stage, and all the force that you use to push the baby out, it does cause a lot of like swelling and maybe even pain down there. So it's so important to start caring for that area after you've given birth. It's super important. So get yourself some prune juice and some peppermint tea. and you'll thank me afterwards. Trust me, I used prune juice for my firstborn and I used it for my secondborn. I mean, as soon as I gave birth, the first thing I have every single morning is some prune juice. It really helps to soften up the bowel, and it helps with the bowel movement as well, so it's not as painful, because you will feel like you're you'll feel like your down there wants to like cut when you're going to the bathroom, and it can be so painful. So definitely prepare yourself with some nice prune juice. I mean, it doesn't taste the best, but it works like a charm. Having peppermint tea as well, so during the day try and have some peppermint tea. Try and get a few boxes of them. I have it every single day because I like the way it makes my tummy feels. Even after like I've had junk food or anything, I feel like peppermint tea really helps to just clean away all the toxins in my body. Now the last thing that I would recommend is getting a cup for washing down there. So it's so important to keep that area clean, especially when you've just had your stitches. Having a little cup in the bathroom next to you, you can just tuck it away on the side, fill it in with some warm water, and after you've gone to the bathroom, whether you've gone for a wee or you've gone for number 2, it's so important to just wash it down there. Just wash it, keep it nice and clean. You'll feel more comfortable, and it will be much more cleaner, and you'll avoid any infection. I remember the first time I did end up getting my stitches slightly infected, and it was so painful, and then this time around I was like, it's not gonna happen again. I'm gonna keep that area as clean as I can. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching my video. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. I do have more videos coming along. So yeah, until then, take care. See you guys soon. Bye.